Hey, welcome. So, today we are doing our second episode with my father, and a couple of things before we start. One of the reasons that I'm doing this in this format where I speak and then we sit down with him is because he has to have all of his speeches pre-prepared and written up already on his iPad. And if I start interrupting him and talking about different things, then we're gonna have to wait for him to type responses, which can take a while. So that's one of the reasons that we're doing this format. However, that doesn't mean we're not going to start doing that a little bit later. But before continuing, what we're gonna talk about today is fear. Growing up, I would go on walks with my dad, and we always had all of these principles and stuff that he talked about. He would often tell stories of things that he learned growing up and different things, and he taught me a lot. And one of the things that stuck out to me the most was his learning about fear and living a life that's not based in fear. So that's what he's going to talk about today, and I hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Season 1, Episode 2 of the No Talk Show. A pivotal life lesson, fear not. Let's wake up your taste buds with a few appetizers first. After watching our pilot video, I have a viewing tip for you. Come close. Watch her, listen to me, meaning to my device, of course. I vaguely remember coming up with a dad joke this week. All I remember was being thirsty, so I went straight to the punchline. So, yeah.
Oh, I get it. Ha 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 ha.
Yay, at least someone in the studio audience got it. Okay, now for the meat of the matter. Today I will present a life lesson that was pivotal for me. So much so, that the story I'm about to share seems to be from another lifetime, since much of it is in direct contrast to how it is now. In essence, my wife and I have moved from naive, in love and incompatible, to supportive soulmates, even more in love and gratefully, still very different. I came into marriage believing that I should and could make her happy. Furthermore, I am analytical and figured I could solve anything. I caused quite a bit of unintentional harm, in part because I expected her to eventually think like me. Admitting this is always a bit embarrassing. But now I can laugh at it, and so can you. Over time, I came to view her as my delicate flower that I didn't want to hurt, or that she ever be sad or, heaven forbid, leave the flower bed. This became my ground rule, my motivation, my focus. It was keep the peace at all costs, including pretending and lying. Yikes. Years later, a counselor helped me see that fear was governing my decisions. Whoa. I didn't have a clue it was happening. Soon thereafter, I heard the following statement at church: if you seek to avoid an outcome, the decision is based on fear. If you seek an outcome, it is based on hope. If you do what is right regardless of the outcome, it is based on faith. For those not of faith, just replace the last phrase with "it is based on honoring your ideals" or something similar. Almost immediately after resolving to fear not, my boss's new boss sent an email introducing a new division-wide initiative. The next morning, I realized my new resolve meant I must reply directly to him to express my many concerns about his plans and approach. I did so, and still kept my job and had an impact, I believe. But my impact at home was even greater, even pivotal between black and white, or before and after images. Yes, as feared, I did more harm, but we worked through it. Yes, my flower is sometimes sad, but I now console her through it. We are closer now than ever before and our differences are cherished. Now, when I seek an outcome, I habitually check for what motivates me. And I often do what's right even though it proves difficult for me or someone else. Life is so much better when I try to do things the Lord's way instead of mine. Or for those not of faith, you can say follow my moral compass rather than my selfish motives. Uh, um, uh, now what was it? Sorry, I forgot my concluding line, but it was phenomenal.
Oh, I get it. Ha 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 ha.
Thank you for watching this episode of the No Talk Show. Hey Nikki, swiping nearly caused me to say fart not, instead of fear not. That would have been bad on air.
Yeah, it would be bad. I still don't understand your last joke. Phenomenal joke. Since recording this episode, my father has been taken to the hospital for breathing problems, and he is currently there awaiting a tracheotomy and will not be returning home until that is finished. So there may be a pause between now and the next episode, and the next episode may likely have a different format. So we will do what we can to work around the new circumstances, but we appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this. I know my dad really appreciates it. Thank you.